We are living in unique times with unique challenges. Is there any sort of blueprint that we can look at and follow to help us overcome? Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. And I have been inspired because I've been reading an article by a gentleman named Thomas Opong called The Great Reset. Society was wrong about what's important in life. How to adapt and thrive when the world is on fire. And I know many people feel that the world is on fire right now, this minute. And Mr. Opong had a very strong explanation of the issue, which I'm going to go over with you. However, I didn't see the solution that I was looking for, and it's really a very simple solution. So there's good news and bad news. Bad news is we got some issues. The good news is we have a blueprint to solve them. So let's go. The world has changed many times, and we are witnessing another major change. We're going through a historic transition. Everything we knew about life and making a living is now questionable. The world we live in now is undeniably different from the one we knew before the pandemic. Humanity is rethinking what it means to live. We're questioning everything. The pandemic has made two things painfully clear. Life is short and nothing is guaranteed. People are going through a personal crisis. Uncertainties about careers, relationships, and what it means to lead a successful life still is very much on their minds. Nothing makes sense anymore. The pandemic has challenged the foundations of our belief system. Businesses that were against remote work are rethinking what it means to be productive and what can be achieved outside the office. Many of them are radically changing almost everything they do, how teams work and how work is delivered. Businesses that rely on people coming together in large numbers are finding new ways to keep their businesses running. The NBA, for example, can't have a crowd, but you can still have a ball game if you create a bubble. One example. Self-care, taking care of your mental health, immune system, and emotional well-being is now more important than ever, even as you plan to build a viable career. Quote, "The illiterate of the 21st century are not those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn." And that's Alvin Toffler, kind of a famous guy. Skills, behaviors, and tasks that once made one successful may not apply in this new world of work. If you don't believe me, ask your blacksmith or the person behind the counter where you used to rent videos, or the people that you sat next to at your son's basketball game. In his book, Adaptability, The Art of Winning in an Age of Uncertainty, Max McKeown argues that all failure is a failure to adapt. All success is successful adaptation. Adaptability enables us to dwell on new circumstances and stay on top of the situation. To succeed in the new world of work, you must be in a constant state of adaptation, continually unlearning old rules and relearning and learning new ones. That requires continually questioning assumptions about how things work, challenging old paradigms, and relearning what is now relevant in your job, your industry, your career, and your life. So how do you do that? That's the problem. I think he states it very, very well. Once again, a shout out to Thomas Opong. Now here's where I come in with the solution. You know, if you stop and think about it, technologies change, scenarios change. We're living in a world where that's actually happening. But as I've tried to pound into you over and over and over again, the thing that does not change are success principles. These are the things that do not change. This is the blueprint to get us out of the situation that we're in. And we are not unique, because generations before us, there were constant changes. One, just in my lifetime, the change from, are we a computer-dominated society or what now? Years ago, people said, computers? Who needs computers? All right? And we also want in a society where in the workplace, you have machines that build things. In the old days, it used to, like I said, you used to have a blacksmith. So my point is that society, that the world has changed over and over and over and over again. Starting with the guy that created fire. That certainly changed his life, didn't it? So what is the blueprint to move on from the old ways, which are less relevant than they were, and move on to the new ways that is the, oh my goodness, the new normal? They haven't changed. Here they are. Number one, stop, think, and reflect on how things actually are. Don't make them better than they are. Don't make them worse than they are. Don't embellish either positively or negative. Make an assessment of the current scenario. 2, visualize a scenario better than the current one. Visualize a scenario that solves the issue. One that solves an issue, one that makes things easier or less tedious. Create the vision of the ultimate solution. 3rd, chunk down the steps to achieving this goal into bite-sized pieces. Number 4, take the first bite-sized piece and create a starting line. You don't have to have the whole game plan. Get to the first starting line. Number 5, take action from your starting line until you encounter a roadblock. So once you get started and you're running the race, until you run into a roadblock or a pothole, keep going. And then once you encounter that roadblock, go back and start all over again. Repeat until you get to the finish line, until you get to your desired outcome. So go back, start thinking, take a look at where you are, don't embellish, create something better, get to a starting line, start, and then do the whole process all over again. Have there been other ways of saying these same things? Kinda. How about conceive, believe, achieve? Or how about plan, do, review, adjust? Does that make sense? The same things that have taken us this far, starting from Adam to the present day, are what's going to move us forward out of the issues that we're feeling with this pandemic. Embrace them, follow the simple game plan. The principles always work. And why do they work? Because they are nature's laws. They are nature's laws, and nature's laws act consistently and without prejudice. Does that make sense? And because we will never end a meeting on a philosophical note, let's plan, do, review, adjust, get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.